Welcome to Adventures in Education, a program that spotlights positive things happening in the world of education in Southern Oregon. I'm John Letts. If you remember that first walk on the moon, Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, you've never forgotten that achievement of the human race. And I've never missed an opportunity to share that excitement with students. So English learners at Kennedy Elementary School produced a video about our solar system based on the planets they researched. Their video was seen by the school staff, who were greatly impressed by the quality of their English.
You can see the planet Mercury at night sometimes. It has craters. Mercury has no wings. Ah!
Called the red planet. Some people call it the god of war. My name is Voyager, and I'm going to tell you more about Mars.
At Lone Pine School, I had students research space missions and learn about the solar system that way.
Cassini-Huygens was the first spacecraft to orbit Saturn. Hi, I'm Amy Zett. Cassini-Huygens studied the planet, rings, and surface. Saturn's rings are divided into 7 major divisions. Previous missions before Cassini-Huygens. Mission objectives for Cassini-Huygens. Mission results for Cassini-Huygens discoveries. Mission results for Huygens discoveries. These are missions that follow Cassini-Huygens. Cassini-Huygens probe had accomplished its mission. It gave great detail about the planet, rings, surface, and moons. Also succeeded landing on the surface of Titan. 2 new fate rings were discovered, and ice volcanoes on Saturn's moon Enceladus.
The previous year, I had taught the basics of space to students at Roosevelt and Hoover elementary schools.
Right, and it's just slightly tilted, and there it goes.
Okay, I see rotation and I see revolution. Good job, guys.
Okay, so
Both rotation and revolution. What are we showing there, Victor? What is that?
Revolution.
Okay, and Mario, show me rotation. Years earlier, I had a student videotape a rocket launch by 6th grade students for our pen pals. Listen to how he goes into news reporter mode.
The 2 large fins, as they look, are actually planes that when it goes up, they will come off. Thank you. Let's hope it goes up.
3, 2, 1, go!
Ah, close catch by Brock Tucker. Any comments?
Okay, what's left? The whole thing.
wow, that's great.
The engine came out. Is that normal? I guess it's normal for these. It's not normal for ones with engine clips.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa! We had an explosion on the launch pad. We have an explosion. Oh yeah.
What do you want?
It exploded only a few feet off the launch pad. Well, now we're going to Brock's. with the two airplanes on the sides.
Come on, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1.5.
Well, his didn't go off, but let's hope he fixes it. I want to really see this one take off. Kevin's rocket blew up only a few feet off the launch pad. That was before rocks. It was amazing, I gotta say. We have presumed launch. Seems wadding got stuck in the engine of his rocket, causing the explosion that happened seconds ago. Okay, Brock's using a C for his rocket. Whoa! We have another explosion, folks! I was right, they came off. His entire rocket is destroyed. There's pieces of it. Well, I believe that's the last rocket of the day. Well, today has been a very exciting day, and our expert on the subject has said we must be using very faulty rocket engines. There's Kevin picking up pieces, it looks like. I'm guessing that blew up either off his or Brock's rocket. Oh, they're fuses. This has been a very fun day. Well, this is Chris Furman signing off now. Goodbye.
Fortunately, not all missions started like those.
Venera missions were the first to land on Venus. Hi, I'm Nico Robin.
Venera was all about exploring the surface of Venus. There were 4 Venera missions that we were learning about. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. It is like Earth, and it is the hottest planet in our solar system. Here are some facts about Venus. The Russians tried earlier, but their efforts failed. The United States had a successful flybys by Venus. Previous Venera mission probes were made but didn't make it. The Venera spacecraft did land perfectly on Venus, and they were able to measure things on its surface. Here are more results. The Venera missions were successful because they made landing on Venus and measured light, weather, and soil on Venus.
It's kind of gas.
Yeah, it's gassy.
Tell me more.
Venus has volcanoes.
Oh.
These students learned about planets from books.
Esteban, what's your favorite planet?
Jupiter.
Tell me about Jupiter. What do you know about Jupiter?
That is the first large planet.
And do you know, tell me what you know about Jupiter's moons.
That
Okay. How about you, Dana? What are you going to about?
One of Jupiter's moon has volcanoes on it.
Very good.
And
Do you remember what that one's called?
Io?
Very good. You know about any of the other ones like Europa?
No.
What did they find on Mars this year?
Water?
Why is that important?
Because
I don't know.
What is Mars also called?
Let me see on the picture.
It has to do with the color.
Red. Orange red. The red planet. The orange red planet.
The Mariner Mars missions gave us our first look on Mars. Hi, I'm Asteria Medrano, and I'm going to tell you more about the Mariner Mars missions. The Mariner Mars missions were early missions to explore Mars. There were 4 Mariner missions that went to Mars. Mars is the 4th planet and can be seen from Earth. There were several previous missions, but they were all failures. The main objectives were to learn more about the planet Mars. The focus on Mariner 4 was to provide images of Mars. These are the objectives of Mariner 6 and 7. By Mariner 9, we were looking for more details on Mars. Mariner 4 discovered craters and took many images of the surface. Mariner 6 and 7 transmitted data at the rate of 2,000 times faster than Mariner 4. Mariner 9 took the most pictures of Mars than any other mission. There were many missions to Mars after the Mariner missions. Mariner Mars missions were a complete success. Mariner 4 discovered craters and moon-like surface on Mars. Mariner 6 and 7 took 201 images covering 10% of the Martian surface. Mariner 9 observed ancient riverbeds, craters, and massive extinct volcanoes. These missions gave us a lot of information on Mars.
What else do you know about Jupiter? What do you know about all that air at Jupiter, the clouds and stuff?
that has gas and his bands go different directions.
Voyager gave us a lot of great images of Jupiter. It also sent us a lot of questions. Hi, I'm Enrique Medina. The Galileo mission was sent to answer some of those questions. The Galileo mission was the first spacecraft to orbit Jupiter. The Galileo mission was launched in 1989. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. There were only 4 previous missions to Jupiter. The Galileo spacecraft flew close to 2 asteroids. The spacecraft arrived at Jupiter on December 7, 1995. The Galileo spacecraft was filled with pointable instruments like cameras. Galileo was equipped to closely study Jupiter. These are the mission objectives. These are more objectives of the Galileo mission. On August 1993, Galileo flew by an asteroid. In 1995, Galileo reached Jupiter. Galileo witnessed the crash of the comet. These are the discoveries made by Galileo. Galileo ended his mission by crashing into the atmosphere of Jupiter. The Galileo mission was a success. It orbited the planet, they dropped a probe to Jupiter's atmosphere, they discovered that the moon of Europa has a melted saltwater ocean under thick ice.
Now, what is your favorite planet?
Saturn.
Okay, tell me about Saturn.
It's the second large planet, and it has rings. And has little gaps in the rings, and in the gaps there's the moons.
What's it?
Okay, and what were you going to add?
She got my question.
That's okay. You did very good. So, can you remember the names of any of Saturn's moons?
No.
The planets revolve around the sun, hurrah, hurrah. The planets revolve around the sun, hurrah, hurrah. The planets revolve around the sun, spinning their axis, everyone, and they all go spinning around and around they go. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, hurrah, hurrah. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, hurrah, hurrah. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, rolling and twirling among the stars, and they all go spinning around and around they go. Jupiter, Saturn, giants of gas, hurrah, hurrah. Jupiter, Saturn, giants of gas, hurrah, hurrah. Jupiter, Saturn, giants of gas, then Uranus and Neptune are last, and they all go spinning around and around they go.
Here's what they learned about Uranus.
What do you remember?
It has a ring. It has a ring. Yeah, it has a ring.
Yeah, but it looks like Saturn, but it's that. But the rings are go like that, and Saturn go like that.
Go like this, Saturn, and then Uranus go like this. Like a bicycle wheel. What's that way?
The planets revolve around the sun, hurrah, hurrah. The planets revolve around the sun, hurrah, hurrah. The planets revolve around the sun and turn their axis, everyone, and they all go spinning around and around they go. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, hurrah, hurrah. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, hurrah, hurrah. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, whirling and twirling among the stars, and they all go spinning around and around they go. Jupiter, Saturn, giants of gas, hurrah, hurrah. Jupiter, Saturn, giants of gas, hurrah, hurrah. Jupiter, Saturn, giants of gas, then Uranus and Neptune are last, and they all go spinning around and around they go.
Now, how about Neptune?
Neptune.
It looks like water, and it's called, and its name is the sea god, something.
The sea god. Okay, my turn. And it's called the blue planet. The blue planet.
Hi, my name is Sebastian and I'm going to tell you about the Voyager 1 mission. This is a presentation on the Voyager 1 mission. Voyager was sent to explore Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter and Saturn are both gas giants very far from Earth. The mission objectives were to give Earth a better look at Jupiter and Saturn. Voyager 1 made many important discoveries including some on Jupiter and its moons. It discovered many new things at Jupiter's moon Europa. Voyager 1 surprised the world by showing that Europa is covered in ice. Voyager 1 gave us our most detailed look at Saturn and its rings. This is what Voyager 1 has been doing since it left Saturn. These are missions to Jupiter and Saturn that followed. Voyager 1 was sent to Jupiter and Saturn to give us a better look at those planets. The mission was a complete success. Thank you for watching Voyager 1 mission.
Okay, go ahead, Esteban. Why don't you start? What do you know about Mercury?
Mercury is the closest planet to the sun.
You're watching Adventures in Education on RVTV Voices. At Lone Pine Elementary, the small size of my groups allowed each of the students to research a space mission and to produce a PowerPoint to share with other students learning about the solar system. My ELL assistant was able to help students navigate the finer points of the PowerPoint program, and I was able to help them record their narration tracks. I didn't know if producing a presentation would have the same benefits as producing a video, but I knew it would address computer literacy, and it seemed a natural outlet for researching space missions. Let's watch two students working together to lay down a narration track.
Uranus rotates on its sides. It's very far from Earth. Neptune is even farther. It's the 8th planet from the sun. Do it again. Neptune is even farther. It's the 8th planet from the sun. Last 3 now. Neptune is even farther. It's the 8th planet from the sun. Neptune is even farther. It's the 8th planet from the sun. Yeah, try it again. Okay, practice first. Neptune is even farther. It's the 8th planet from the sun. Ready? Neptune is even farther. It's the 8th planet from the sun. Neptune is even farther. It's the 8th planet from the sun. Okay. Then 3 after. Okay. Now play. Neptune is even farther. It's the 8th planet from the sun. This is a presentation on the Voyager 2 mission. Voyager 2 went to one of every gas giant in our solar system. Jupiter is the largest planet with over 60 moons. Saturn is known as the ring planet. Its rings can be seen from Earth. Uranus rotates on its sides. It's very far from Earth. Neptune is even farther. It's the 8th planet from the Sun. This is Voyager 2 at Jupiter, one of the 4th planets it explored. Here you can see Jupiter's rings. They were confirmed by Voyager 2. These are the objectives of the mission. Here are the results of Jupiter visit. These are more results from Jupiter. Here are the results from Saturn. We learn more about the ring system. Here are more results from Saturn. Voyager 2 is the only spacecraft to ever visit Uranus. It's also the only one to visit Neptune. Voyager 2 went to Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Voyager 2 was the only mission that ever went to Uranus and Neptune. It discovered that Saturn's rings were made of lots of gimlets. It also found that Saturn's rings were very thin.
As you can see, my English learners rose to the challenge of using English to communicate scientific exploration and discovery. I envision teachers using the PowerPoints to support their instruction in science. Then, Lone Pine scheduled an open house to show parents and the community the beautifully rebuilt campus funded by a recent bond issue. Here was the audience I sought to showcase the work of my students. Parents came to the ELL classroom and saw the great work their child did and how much their English was improving. Community members came as well, including the Medford School Superintendent. I came away more encouraged than ever and more determined to have the students produce a video for the Bear Creek Watershed Symposium. With school politics, that would turn out to seem as ambitious as one of these space missions. It was always worth the effort, though, an effort that would eventually result in the TV series Adventures in Education. My students will never forget about space exploration, and I will never forget them or the great work they did researching space missions. You're watching Adventures in Education. You can watch an archive of today's show and others by going to this webpage and following the link to archives. Watch RVTV on Channel 15 or 182, or visit our website for the next Adventures in Education. I'm John Letts.